college is very different from high school. This can be obvious differences like living in a dorm, picking a major you want to pursue, finding your people on campus, and living away from home. But it also consists of differences that might not be so obvious. For example, you must now manage your time. That means class schedule, when and if you eat for the day, work schedule, if you want to or need to, joining organizations, and how many. And it's up to you if you want to go to class or that meeting. Your class schedule for the next semester is not always cut and dry. Sometimes you're waitlisted or there are class conflicts. And you might not know what your summer is going to look like until it's, well, summer. You might have an internship. You might take a summer class. You might be working. You might be doing research, or who knows. What you're going to do with your life, well, is unknown too. College is what you make of it, and at first it might be a little overwhelming and a little uncertain at times, especially at the beginning. Today I'm talking to you about uncertainty because, in truth, it's something that's never really talked about, but it has such a profound effect on us as people, our feelings, our mental well-being, and it can alter our perspectives of our experiences. Uncertainty can cause stress, anxiety, feelings of isolation, and much, much more. To put it into perspective, when the situation dreaded is in the far and uncertain future, the observed result is anxiety, which is seen as a tendency to constantly assess the risk level. Anxiety produces a sustained stressful response to uncertain and unpredictable threat. I felt the same as every freshman going into the fall career fair. Nervous, overwhelmed, and a little excited. I didn't know what I was doing, what to expect, or what I even wanted. I felt kind of like a monkey, where someone was pointing and saying, "Do this," and I was. I had gone to every COER, Career Opportunity and Employer Relations, presentation available, read every article, and prepared everything that I could, and I still didn't expect anything. Either way, I went to the career fair because I had heard it was good practice your freshman year. It's a new environment that you need to get used to, and I wanted to put myself in the best position possible to succeed. Much to my surprise, I ended up getting a call one morning. This company wanted to interview me, so I prepared everything I could. When I went to my interview, if you can even call it that, I was so disappointed. We met in one of the campus buildings. He had no interview questions prepared, didn't ask for a resume, nothing. I wasn't even there 15 minutes. It was the most whack, laid-back, informal interview you could ever think of. I ended up getting an offer from the company, and I accepted the offer before winter break. However, there were still a lot of unanswered questions I had. When was I going to start? How much was I going to be paid? What was I going to be doing for the summer? Who was I going to be working with? Was I going to have a company car because we were going to be traveling a lot? This list was so long, and all those uncertainties and unknowns floated around my head for months. I still had no answers when it came late April and hadn't heard from my contact in the company since early January. I was freaking out. My mom, who needed answers too, was also freaking out and gave me an ultimatum. And basically it came down to this. The uncertainty of the situation and all those unanswered questions that were causing stress and anxiety ended up causing me to back out of my acceptance, which is kind of a big deal in the world of internships, by the way. I ended up interning with the same company the next summer, and it was completely fine. I had gotten in my own head with all the uncertainties and ruined an awesome opportunity I could have had my freshman year of college. So, it's important to know that you will get through the high school to college transition, as scary as it may seem. And we have resources on campus that can help you. For example, the Student Success Center, or the SSC as we call it here on S&T campus. Even now, I still find myself having to take a step back from the situation and ask myself, is it the situation really that bad, or has my uncertainty, all the unknowns, caused me more stress and anxiety? Putting things into perspective like this really helps me, and if you need help doing this, the peer support network and the counseling services can help talk to you and are good resources for doing that.